Yo, what's up, fellas? This is Avilo here, bringing you a Final Fantasy XIV Extreme Trial Guide for EX Zodiark. So, if you want to figure out how the hell to do this EX Trial in Endwalker, you're in the right place. I'm going to guide you through every mechanic of EX Zodiark, and at the very end, make sure you stay at the very end. I will actually go over some of the tougher mechanics, so that way you guys for sure can figure this out yourself. The most difficult part about this fight is orienting yourself in the later parts of the fight. Very fun fight. So I hope you guys enjoy the guide. I hope I can get you a clear here, and let's get into it here. Let's get into it. Again, you're basically on a cube. You're in a cube fighting Mr. Evil Man here, so it's all about, you know, orienting yourself in the right direction. That's basically what this fight is about. And throughout the fight, you want to keep that in mind. Again, at the very end, I'll go through stuff and explain it. So, stack in the center, guys. This most important part of this fight, stack in the center. The first spell that Zodiark is going to use is Kokytos, and he's going to bring your whole party down to 1 HP. So very important that you stack, that way your healers can mitigate damage, heal up. And the second mechanic, second spell you're going to see here is Paradeigma. And what Zodiark is going to do is he's going to summon ads. In this case, he's going to summon Quetzalcoatl, 4 of them. And you're going to go stack right underneath Quetzalcoatl. And he's going to do a lightning AoE around himself. And then there's going to be a stack marker, which is literally called Styx. Styx, man. So make sure you stack for that, mitigate, heal through it. And then what Zodiark is going to do is he's going to target your tank with a tank buster called Ania. And your tank can do the little tank swapperoos to deal with that. The tank does need to make sure to move away. And again, now the next mechanic here is Exoterikos. And he's going to put these things on the walls. And depending on whether it's a square or a triangle, you're going to find the safe spot. Triangles, you run towards it. Squares, you run away. And you're going to see these mechanics throughout the whole fight, just combined in later stages. So again, we have another Paradeigma Cast, but this time he's going to do it with a new cast of Algedon. And he's going to do a line AoE knockback, so you're going to have to find the safe spot underneath Quetzalcoatl, on the side that is avoiding Zodiark's line AoE knockback. So use your Surecast arm's length on that. And then the very next skill we're going to have here is Phobos, which is a Raidwide AoE. And your healer is going to have to heal and mitigate through this. It does actually bleed you and do damage over time, so make sure you heal through that. And going to follow up with another Paradeigma, Exoterikos, and Astral Flow. And this is where stuff gets crazy, guys. So he's going to summon 2 ads, 2 snakes, a square or triangle on the wall, and then he's going to rotate the stage 90 degrees. So the way you deal with this mechanic, I'll explain a little bit at the end, but basically he's going to rotate the ads 90 degrees, so you want to find the lane that is the safe spot here, which I did not, as you can see there, but it's going to be divided in 4 lanes. And here we go, another tank buster, another Ania cast. And right after this, he's going to do another Paradeigma, where he's going to summon 2 snakes here on the side, so make sure you look for that. Move to the safe lanes, and he's going to follow up with an Adikia cast. Adikia to your face, which is going to smash the ground twice. Now, the next thing here, this is the DPS check coming up, so make sure you prep your cooldowns for this. He's going to summon 4 orbs, and he's going to start summoning Esoterics and the taco cast on the wall here. So if it's a triangle, run forward and stay the way out of that green beam there. So as you can see, the safe spot is up close, and you're going to do this 3 times. So you want to make sure if it's a square, you move away, and if it's an esoteric beam, you move out of that. So this is going to be the 3rd cast here. We're going to run forward on this one. It cancels, if you do DPS at a time, it's going to cancel the last cast. That's actually a very important thing to note here. And so you can mitigate, heal after this Raidwide AOE, and now we are to phase 2, fellas. This is where stuff gets very crazy in terms of orienting yourself. So right before he casts Astral Eclipse, you're going to be able to do some damage to him. He'll be targetable for a couple moments here, and he's going to channel Astral Eclipse. Now, the most important thing here is look towards the edge that he's going to show the pattern. The bottom edge of the pattern is this showing the safe spots, and you're going to move to each safe spot. I highly suggest markers for this mechanic so that you learn how to identify the safe spots where the comments drop. At the same time, you're going to want to look forward because you're going to cast a triple Esoteric Ray. Watch for the ones that spawn first, and then move in and out depending on which ones spawn first there. And now we're going to get to another Paradeigma plus Astral Flow, and this is where he's going to introduce what I like to call the Flame Walls of Death. So he's going to summon the Behemoths again and 2 Quetzalcoatls, and you're going to want to move to the safe spot that has the Behemoth where the Quetzalcoatl is going to be pushed towards it. So you can see the arrows are pointing to the left, so you're going to scan to the right of the Behemoth there, and the Quetzalcoatl will move to you, and you will be in the safe zone there. I'll go over more of that at the end of the video to definitely go in depth on that. He's going to follow up with an Ania Tank Buster. Your tank is going to have to move out of the way there, because it does do area of effect around yourself, so your tank will deal with that. And now he's going to follow up with another cast of Exoterikos and Algedon. So he's going to put one of those on the wall, identify whether it's a square or triangle. Triangle, run forward, square, run to the other side, and then you're going to want to move out of the way because he's going to do the line AOE knockback. You can see we found the safe zone here. And now, again, move back to the center after every mechanic, just so you're easily able to move anywhere. So now he's going to follow up with a Paradeigma, an Astral Flow, and a Flame Wall. And this time he's going to summon 4 Quetzalcoatls, 2 snakes, and the Flame Wall. So you're going to want to look towards the snakes, find the safe lanes, and then move to the Quetzalcoatl that will have the safe spot. So you can see here, on the left of this Quetzalcoatl, to the left of the Flame Wall, as you're facing outwards, that will be the safe spot there. And then you're going to stack up for a cast of Styx. You're going to want to have your healers heal and mitigate this, and your tanks as well mitigate damage. And he's immediately going to follow up with a cast of Trimorphos Exterikos. So you're going to put 3 of these on the walls. You're going to have to, again, if it's a square, run away. Triangle, run forward. That's the best way I can put it, the simplest way I can put it there. And again, immediately after this, he's going to cast an Adikia, and you're going to have to run up close to him or be far away. Either way, you can avoid the smashes that he does by being up close or very far away. And now, we're going to go to an Astral Eclipse again. So do as much damage as you can while he channels Astral Eclipse. Burn as many high damage cooldowns as possible. And here we go again. You're going to watch for the star patterns. Again, the bottom space here is the safe space. Top right there of the cube here. And then middle. So you, again, to make this part easier, you want to move right away to one of the safe spots, and then remember the next 2. That's the easiest way to do it, in my opinion. And right after this, he's going to do another Algedon cast, so you're going to want to make sure to move to the corner where Zodiark is not in a line. And then he's going to follow up with an Ania on your tank, so he's going to want to move away from the party. And then we're going to get into the next set of mechanics, which is another Paradeigma, Exoterikos, and a Flame Wall. So it's very important for this next Paradeigma cast. He's going to summon 2 snakes. You want to find the wall, check if it's a square or a triangle, and appropriately move. Look at the snakes for the safe spots. And then what you want to do is check which way the Astral Flow is going. In this case, we're to the right of the bar, because Astral Flow is going to the left. So we should have a safe spot. I forget if in this video I get hit here, or we get hit. Immediately after that cast, run away because there's going to be grounded AoEs on you. And then you're going to stack immediately afterwards. So again, you're going to have to heal and mitigate through this damage, through this Styx cast. Now immediately after this, you're going to face another set of Exoterikos and a triple Esoteric Ray. So he's going to put something on the wall here, a square or triangle. Square, run away. Triangle, run towards it. And then you're going to look at the wall in front. Look at the beams. You're going to move in and out depending on which one's channeled first. And then we are going to have a Paradeigma number 4 here in a moment. And it's going to be 4 mechanics this time altogether. Paradeigma, he's going to summon 2 Behemoths, 2 Quetzalcoatls, the Flame Wall, Astral Flow, and he's going to have something on the wall as well. So the important thing here is move to one of the Behemoths that is going to be pushed out of the way. Make sure you're on the right side here of the Behemoth because Astral Flow is going to the left. And hopefully you found the safe spot there. You can see in this video, in this run, we did pretty good. We all perfectly did that mechanic. He's going to do a Raidwide Phobos again. This is going to do a damage over time after it damages it, so healers, be ready to heal through this. Tanks mitigate it. And now we're going to go to a Trimorphos Exterikos cast, and this is, again, you're going to have to look at the walls. So he's channeling one cast, check if it's a square or triangle. Triangle, run at it. Triangle, run at it. Square, you're going to have to run towards that one as well. And if it's a square, make sure you're on the opposite side of wherever the square is cast. So there's a third triangle here. Actually, I think I messed this one up in the video, but remember, run towards the triangles, and he's going to cast another knockback, line AOE knockback here as well. Now, after all of that, you're going to stack up again for Styx, and you're going to heal through this. Tanks can use their mitigations. And we're going to follow up with Paradeigma number 5 here. It's going to be... well, in this video, in this poll, we actually managed to avoid the mechanics at the end here. But there's going to be a final Paradeigma there, a final Styx, and then he will Enrage. And I'll actually, I'll show you guys that as well from a failed run here in a moment. Alright guys, I am now going to help you orient yourself for these Paradeigma casts, these snakes, with probably the most scuffed graph you've ever seen in your lives, but I'm going to get you through this. So, as we can see here, I'm going to pause this is going to be paused here. Boom. So you can see this beautiful diagram. You can see, so the way that I orient myself is, the edge that has the snakes, that's what's going to be rotated. So you want to think of this like lanes. Lanes 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the snakes are in lanes 1 and 3. And the safe spots, the safe zones, are 2 and 4. Now remember, there's a cast on the wall. So when Astral Flow rotates this is what's going to happen. The lanes are going to be rotated. So the lanes with the snakes you want to stay out of, basically. So immediately recognize lanes 2 and 4 here are safe. 1 and 3 have the snakes in them. And then position accordingly so that when the arena rotates 90 degrees, you just want to stand still in lane 2 or 4 in this case. And obviously in this part you can't be on the top because of the square Exo cast up there, whatever you want to call it. So that is how you do this mechanic. I hope that helps you guys orient yourselves in the proper direction. So basically, look at where the snakes are. Number them 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's always going to be 1 and 3 or 2 and 4 as the safe spot. So that should help you guys out. And let's go over Astral Eclipse positioning because, again, a lot of people are having difficulty with this as well. So we're going to pause here in a moment and I'm going to show you how to identify the safe spots. So we're going to pause here. The bottom of the star pattern that Zodiark leaves behind corresponds to the front of the to the front of the cube, to the way you're facing. So there's 2 safe spots here. There's one to the left of me and there's one right in front of me. And I'll show you those again with the most amazing visual aid here that I can provide you guys. So there we go. So for this first pattern, and you want to move to those right away. Like that way you only have to remember the next 2 instead of all 3. So immediately you want to move to the safe spots here, which is either in front of me here or to the left. So then we have a pattern here. Again, orient yourself so that the bottom stars are equal to in front of you. As we see, the safe spots are middle here, and then also right in front of me again. And so we're gonna stand where we are, and then we're gonna go middle, and then we're gonna turn, orient ourselves again. I'm gonna pause here, and it's the same exact thing. So the safe spots, there's gonna be one way up there to the top left, and then there's gonna be one on the middle right. So I'm gonna stand where I am in the first safe spot. I'm gonna go middle. That's gonna be the second safe spot, and then I'm either gonna go to the right or top left of where I am right now. So that is actually how you figure out where to go for Astral Eclipse, because I've seen so many people are having trouble progressing this part of the fight, and I hope this gives you guys a better visual of like how to better understanding of how to do this. So you're gonna stand still here, and then the second one was mid. And it's wherever there's a star missing in the pattern, that's the safe spots, of course. And then, of course, you're going to dodge the follow-up laser beams of death here. And then finally, the next thing in this fight that people have trouble with that I want to explain in depth, the safe spot here. So how do you avoid it when there's all this, when there's the wall plus the rotation plus these things? The best way that I would describe... First of all, orient yourself as facing outwards. So right now, stand near the center, face outwards. So in this case, your face... I want to move to a behemoth because a Quetzalcoatl is going to be moved to where the behemoth is. So ideally, I actually want to move to a behemoth here. And when you're next to the red flame wall, you want... If you're... again, oriented facing outwards, you want to move the opposite way that Astral Flow is pointing. So here I'm going to move to the right of the behemoth because Astral Flow is pointing to the left. And so this should be the safe spot. It'll avoid the flame wall damage, and the Quetzalcoatl will be rotated here, and you'll be in the safe zone underneath of one of the Quetzalcoatls. So that is how you avoid that there, guys. And then so finally, we're going to have the... I'm going to show one more example. So... this is the last cast before Enrage, so I'm going to pause it here again. So immediately, look for the snakes here, and we can see that the snakes are in positions 1 and 3, so the safe spots are 2 and 4 when this rotates 90 degrees. So, again, you want to orient with those numbers. So, and because I'm facing outwards, I want to be to the left of the flame wall here. To the left of the flame wall, next to the Quetzalcoatl, underneath it, so that I don't take the AoE lightning damage. So I'm going to be to the left of the Quetzalcoatl here, and I'm going to be in position either 2 or 4 when these snakes move. So there we go, I moved to the left there, and so I should avoid the snake AoE here. That's going to go, again, treat it like 4 lanes, and you should avoid all that damage. You be in the safe spots, and that is how you do it, guys. So again, a lot of this fight, stand in the center, orient outwards, and then if you're standing next to the flame wall, do the opposite of Astral Flow, stand on the opposite side of the ad. And if you're away from the flame wall, then do what the Astral Flow will tell you there. So, and that is it, fellas. Thank you guys for watching the guide. I hope this helps you guys clear EX Zodiark Trial and Endwalker. This is the first FF14 guide I've made, so I'd appreciate feedback in the comments. If you're new to my channel, definitely subscribe. I stream Final Fantasy XIV pretty much every day during the week. And yeah, I appreciate the feedback. Leave comments, like the video, spread it around, and hope you guys get your clears. And I hope this guide genuinely helps you guys out. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. Peace out, dudes. See you later.